breathing exercises and why they are so important, and why breathing exercises and meditation are different yet the same exact thing. We're going to talk about when we breathe in, we're breathing in the breath of life. We're giving life not just to our body, our soul, and our mind. We are giving life to emotions, to pain and trauma. When we breathe in, and I breathe into my chest, and I'm breathing in because I'm embracing or I'm bracing to get ready for something negative, or I'm bracing to get ready to fight something, or someone's talking down to me, and I take that breath and I hold it, and I have that tension in my chest, and I have the tension in my throat, and I have the tension in my jaw. I am now doing a meditation on anxiety. I am practicing anxiety. I am giving life. I am giving effort to anxiety. I'm giving effort to depression. I am practicing despair. Just give me a moment before you turn off the video and think this is just a bunch of mojo, because we're breathing in the breath of life and we are feeding these things that are negative. Because breath in is life, breath out is death. This is why that saying, if you have depression, you're living in the past. If you have anxiety, you're living in the future. Well, we're complex creatures and we do live in the past, present, and future. But part of living in the past is training my body to react to painful things, the way a father talks down to you, where you might hold your shoulders in, you might have tension in your neck. This is muscle memory that will start to follow you your whole life. Anxiety in the future, by living in the future, the way you walk fast, the way you pursue things fast, the way you walk, your posture. I now, deep inside, am practicing anxiety. I am forming my muscle memory around such things. Why this is important is, one, I am talking and communicating with others, and if I have been trained to have anxiety while I'm talking, if I have been trained to have depression and despair, I now hold my chest a certain way, I breathe heavy into my chest, all my energies gather into my chest. This is where heart problems come from. This is where our throat, some of us just have a throat and jaw that are tired from talking because we're not talking from our belly. We're not breathing correctly. When I breathe in such a way, I am now doing a breathing exercise to practice despair. So I'm meditating on despair. Now my breathing exercise is despair. When my boss comes to me and confronts me on things, I'm now practicing worry and despair when I take a deep breath in and I hold in my chest. To solve these problems, I have to start practicing that when I feel despair, when I feel depression, I allow those emotions to exist on my breath out. When I take my breath in and I hold my chest because I'm getting ready to talk to somebody, or someone's talking to me and I'm upset, we no longer want to practice that. We have practiced this for many years. It's going to be a hard habit to break. I want to now start practicing my despair and my depression on my breath out, because we're not getting rid of despair. We're not getting rid of depression. Breath out is casting out these unclean spirits, these spirits that possess us with anger, these spirits that possess us with lust and trauma. The breath out before I make that phone call, my breath out is what's important. The anger of the news I just got that's traumatizing is on the breath out. Some of you that watch this know exactly what I'm talking about because you have been battling this, and you have kind of felt a sense of my chest is tight. I don't want to talk to mom because my throat gets tight and chest gets tight. I always have a sore throat when I'm done talking. This is a very physical thing we are practicing. We are reinforcing these past behaviors. We are reinforcing the trauma, the dread on such things. Breathing in, I am strong and I am ready. Breathing out, the fear, the trauma. This is a practice. You are not going to do this 1 or 2 times and you're going to live in bliss and see nirvana and everything's going to change. For some of you, you've had 40 or 50 years of practicing anxiety, practicing despair. Now we're reversing our practice from a different angle. Now the despair and depression must leave. I am not inviting it in and breathing and giving life to it. I am casting it out. When I cast it out, that is giving me room to bring in strength and tranquility. So our new practice is when I breathe in, I am breathing in and giving life to guitar brings me joy. My dogs bring me joy. I'm just joyful with nothing. Breathing out dread. Breathing out anger. If you don't take anything out of this video, at least take this. Do not breathe in and give life to things you do not want to give life to. This is where I have to say this censored for YouTube, even though YouTube does not send out my videos to anybody. But this is where deleting yourself comes from, because you're feeding and giving life to the things that are now occupying your mind, occupying your soul, occupying your thoughts and your actions. Those things need to be cast out from you. There is no room for it. And there needs to be strength in that breath. Out. You are not welcome to invade my sanity. Sanity is number one. I have a lot of meetings with addicts from different backgrounds, and if some of you are familiar, and what I'm about ready to say is for everybody. Some people might turn this off. Well, I'm not an addict. Yes, you are. You're addicted to anger, addicted to hatred, addicted to problems, addicted to all these things. And you have AA and NA where everything is about alcoholism or everything is about drugs. That's like the first line of defense. And in our meetings with meditation, we teach your first line of defense is sanity, because if you were sane, you're not going to be up late cutting yourself drunk. You're not going to be overdosing on cocaine. You're not going to be putting yourself in such dangerous positions that will compromise your life, how it will affect your children, how it will affect your future, how it will affect things. We protect our sanity first, because if the sanity is taken care of correctly, these other problems do not arise, or if they arise, they're coming up against a very strong fortified wall. That's another video for another time. But part of that practice of sanity is I cannot give room to such things that are going to break me down, break down my immune system, break me down mentally, break me down to where I am now angry. My wife's life is now miserable. My children are now in suffering because of me practicing anxiety and despair. So with this video, I hope you learn that maybe you have learned you practice anxiety and despair, and it's time now to practice joy. We're not just going to pursue joy and give up on anxiety. We have to give anxiety an exit out. We have to direct anxiety somewhere else, because anxiety is not going to leave our lives. It will come to us in one way or another. But understanding that sanity comes first, which means we weed out as many insane things as we can to make room to pursue our music career, to pursue just, I want my dog's day to be better, to pursue my wife's day needs to be better, to pursue the bills need to be taken care of without me constantly breaking down. So again, I'm breathing in power and strength, breathing out anxiety, breathing out depression. This is an exercise used for throughout the day. This isn't something you sit down and you do before you go to bed. You can, and that does help you. This is used at the red light. This is used when somebody cuts you off. This is used when you know you're getting ready to lose it and you're playing forward in your head how this day is going to go if you give in to this.